Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in. I was recently contacted by an ESDDI representative and they wanted to know if I wanted to review one of their lightbox kits. Specifically, it's ESDDI LED shooting tint kit. And I believe this model is a 50 centimeter cube. I'll have to leave that in the description, but I believe that's right. It comes in like a little, I don't know, kind of like a portfolio style, real thin case. It comes with a net to hold the power pack and a thin film diffuser. We'll get into that. But first, let's open this up, lay it out, and I'll show you how to put it together. So real quick, first thing that I do is just take out the power pack. And you can choose whether you'll need the diffuser later. Just set this aside. And the first thing you'll want to do is pull the top flap open. And this is just kind of straightforward, but it can be a little maybe intimidating at first if you don't know what to look for. So back reflector opens up. This actually ends up being the sidewall. And then this will open this way. And I'll give you a better shot of what's actually happening here in just a second. So once that flipped up, it looks like this. This really couldn't be easier. And this, I've got it on its side, but I'll change that in just a second. This goes together, and let's put it top side down like it should be. And that's all there is to it. Now let's get a different angle so you can see it a little bit better. Drop this panel down, trying to avoid my chandelier, and it'll look like this. Notice the LEDs right here in the top. They have a bunch of light. We're going to get into that in a minute. And it's a little bit awkward to film all of this in this location, but I think you get a pretty good shot of what you're looking at. When everything's open, you're going to have 4 rectangular or square reflective surfaces. So it look like a T, look like a person with his arms spread out wide. So the very first thing you do, it doesn't really, the order in which you do this is not super critical. But I like to bring in the wings, the sides in, close the top down, and there's Velcro in all these locations. It's a good size shooting box, so it's a little bit awkward for the camera, and I apologize for that. And this little flap stays down here. Now let's get into powering it up. Alright, so this is really nice. It comes with a pretty robust dimmer. And when you assemble it, you'll have access to the power here. Just plug your dimmer module in, and then the power supply from your house will just plug in the base of the dimmer module. Standard, polarized, 2-prong plug. This will go on your outlet. Alright, so real quickly, real nice bright light, and it's controlled by a dimmer switch. Not sure how well that's going to come through in the camera, but you have a pretty good access to adjust the amount of light you receive. And it's kind of nice. It comes with a diffuser. So what you do, you just lift this up, and I'll try to do this one-handed. And the diffuser would just go in and Velcro here like this. Drop that corner, but this is not, not super rocket science. You understand what's happening here. It's just going to soften the glow from the LEDs, and then this will be up here like this. And whatever you're shooting will be in here, and you're not going to get any sparkles from the individual LEDs. So if you're shooting glitter or something like that, it may not be a good idea to use the diffuser unless you're just wanting a more softer tone. So now what I want to do, I want to show you the colored inserts that ESDDI has thoughtfully included in the kit. Alright, so this is a really neat addition to the kit. It comes with these plastic inserts. They feel like they're made out of HDPE or maybe polypropylene, I'm not real sure. It could be PVC for all I know. But they have little Velcro tabs at the top of them. I'm going to show you what that's for. Looks like a gray, I don't know what color they call that. It's kind of like a tan peach color, black and white. And for the purpose of the video, let's do something a little bit darker so it doesn't wash out a lens any more than it needs to. Let's use black. And I have something I want to tell you about the black as well. So I'm going to pause for a second and set these aside, and I'll install this. Alright, so using the two velcro tabs at the back top corners, what I like to do is just kind of feed it in here, and don't worry necessarily about those yet, but the first thing you want to do is come in here and tuck the little corners in this section here. Can you see this little flap that comes up? Put the sheet in there, and then when this folds up in here, the purpose of these is real important. It breaks up the line on the back side, kind of creating a more uniform color in film, because it's a steady roll at the back. It's how a lot of professionals, there's whole rooms dedicated to cornerless areas. There's a word for it, and I'm not sure what that's called. But the Velcro tabs stick to the top, and then once you're finished and you have your colored insert of choice, you have a couple options. And the first option being filming from the front. Filming, taking pictures, whatever you choose. Your item can just go inside there, and let's do some shots. Let's just do some real-time shots. What I'll do, I'll grab something, maybe a couple different items, and give you an idea of what you can expect when you're filming inside your ESDDI lightbox. Alright, and just for example, Sky vodka bottle in the back of this. This would be more of a setup for photographs, of course, because when I move to the side you can see the edges. But check this out. Picture a photo, let me see here. Going in there, you can really see how it makes your item stand out. And at the end of this video, what I'm going to do for everyone, I'm going to take some still photos and just post them kind of in like a slideshow at the end of the video, so you can kind of see, you know, different things, different aspects of what your lightbox can do. And notice I inserted the black plastic, and it just kind of washes out to gray because it's picking up a lot of that reflective gray material. But really cool. Let's do something else. Alright, now that we're getting into the functionality of your lightbox, I mean, this is kind of what you can expect. I like the quality of the build. I don't think there's anything wrong with the build quality. The Velcro on the edge seems like it's going to last. You know, you want to take care of anything like this, but it's so far no problems. The top has a shooting hole as well. Look at there. I accidentally centered it pretty. Got it pretty close to center, so that's kind of cool. Let's see if I can drop down in on it. There's just a lot of versatility to one of these, and I'm looking forward to when I actually have some subjects to shoot, some better things I want to film, or you just put everything in a better light. You don't have to worry so much about your background when things are small. I'll give you an example of still photos. Like I said, it just when you take out the worrisome back corners. Like I said, still photos are where this is going to shine. But man, that light is great. Here's something else I want to show you. Okay, so anyone that has ever done a lot of internet sales will tell you, especially if it's a pocket knife, as dirty as mine happens to be, I apologize, anything super shiny is hard to film, hard to photograph. But when you have a light box and light is bouncing around at all angles, it doesn't just wash out your blades to nothingness, to a great big blob. Check out the scratches on that little blade right there. Everything can be filmed, everything can be photographed. You can get a direct representation of what you have and what you're trying to sell, if that's what you want to do. It just shows everything basically in its best light. And that's the major selling point on why you would want a light box. Really cool. Alright, so isn't this cute? This is a real good shot. I've eliminated the hard edges, and at the back you can see the roll of the plastic really takes away and gives a fantastic view. Look at this little guy. Little calico critter family. Alright, quick overview. Give you a better overall size comparison. ESDDI LED shooting tent, commonly known as light boxes or shooting boxes. Got the port in the front. Port in the front. And I just roll the lip of it back, and it'll stick to that Velcro at the top. out of your way. You can also pull this one down like I had it earlier. Velcro works really strong. It's really nice. Shooting hole at the top. And I believe, I'm going to try to leave it in the specs, but I believe it's a 50 centimeter cube. So it is square on all sides. And we have used it for a number of things. My wife makes custom epoxy tumblers, stainless steel tumblers, insulated, and does a good job with all the photographs and with those inside the box. But anyway, I don't have a bad thing to say about it. Really nice product. If you're going to do any shooting for sale, or just if you want to make your pictures a little bit better on some of your smaller items, I definitely recommend this. So thanks to ESDDI. My disclaimer is I did not pay for this LED shooting tent kit. They sent it to me for the review, for the use, and I'm pleased with it. And some of this video was lit up. It's really bright right now. That's inside the room, so I don't have a need for my ESDDI light. So really enjoyed this thing. This has been cool. This is kind of a side note, but a compact fluorescent CFL bulb. When that goes to LED, I think I will be purchasing some. Maybe I'll get lucky enough for them to send me one of those to review. But that way, if it falls over, there's not gonna be glass everywhere. But anyway, definitely check this out. I'll leave a link in the description where you can purchase it. Have a good day. All right, so real quick, I thought I would end with folding it back up. So you kind of need to see that as well. So let's fold it back up, and that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching.